All right, here's the big show news. I'm ready to reveal it now, and then I'm going to take some phone calls. But first of all, this is so bizarre. Just get ready.
It's bizarre news.
It's bizarre news. I don't know if it's drum roll news even. I don't turn off the drum roll because it is such bizarre news. The way it was presented is so bizarre that this is going to require a very long conversation.
All right.
Okay.
I think I'm ready now.
Are you ready for bizarre news?
At first, I didn't know what to do.
All right. So during vacation, I don't know exactly what day, my wife is going through the answering machine messages, and on the machine is now the reason we don't have the message itself is because my wife never erases the answering machine, but as soon as I get something cool on there that I want to play you on the air, of course she has erased it. And she goes afterwards, I know I shouldn't have erased the message. I just realized you probably want to play it on the air. I go, you're some help to me, my little darling. 2 weeks alone with you has been a sheer picnic.
We're partners.
Yeah, we're partners. You really help the radio show, don't you, Allison? Unbelievable. Move over, OJ. I'm going to be in the cell next to you. Someone said to me, would you ever divorce your wife and give up half of your earnings? I said, I'd kill her before I divorce her.
And give them all up.
Right.
Give up your freedom, give up everything.
Everything. But at least it'd be mine. And I wouldn't get an expensive lawyer.
Just leave the money sitting there.
That's right.
In case someday you make it out.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, so on the answering machine, which my wife erased, is a message that went something like this.
Hello. This is Fred Norris. No one is home, but
And he always identifies himself as Fred Norris.
Yes, he's writing a letter. He's not on an answering machine.
This is Fred Norris. I want you to know that I am now married. So, wait a second. So,
Fred didn't call me. I'm very upset.
Did he call you, Jackie?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Oh, I'm the only one who gets left out.
They owed me because we called him when we did.
Why didn't you call Robin?
Because it was basically just you two guys. I wanted it to be more of a surprise.
Did you call Gary?
No.
Well, Gary doesn't even know.
Gary knew, but I don't know how he knew.
So wait a second. So anyway.
He just wanted you two guys to know.
Yeah.
Because what?
I think my theory is he had to let someone from the show know. So he figured he'd let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's some kind of honor to get the call from Fred. And I think Jackie, because Jackie is the kind of guy that I don't think Fred wants any grief from Jackie. Like Jackie has a way like, hey man, I'm hurt. You didn't call me.
Who does?
You know what I mean?
For a week.
I don't know what it is, but he feels obligated to have to call Jackie.
Wow. Fred, I'm hurt.
I'm sorry, Robin. It was really not meant to be.
Oh, yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was an oversight.
Never mind that.
I figured you were busy running your book.
So then I said, wait a second. Fred ran off and got married. And I said,
where did he run off to?
I don't know. He gave no consideration to the fact that, A, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have met his wife.
Yeah.
Not true.
Now, first of all, let me explain something.
Whoa, what did he say? Not true?
Not true?
Not true.
Oh, how would you have met her?
No, no, you're twisting my words. I don't.
Unless you didn't marry Allison, did you marry someone else? I never bothered to ask who he married.
I think that was part of my message. Who it was?
Lisa Marie.
Did he give you a message who it was?
He said we.
Oh, maybe he's talking French.
We.
I am married.
No.
So anyway, at first I said, oh great, Fred didn't hassle anybody.
Yeah.
He just went off and got married, and because who wanted to take a day out of their vacation to go watch Fred get married?
Right.
Well, he didn't have to do it on vacation time.
Right. Could have done it during the week. We could have had a day off. I could have covered it.
That's right. He's not thinking.
But then I started thinking, I said, boy, that's really weird in a sense. Fred, can I ask you this?
Go ahead.
What day did you get married?
It was the 10th, which was a Sunday.
Okay. And who was in attendance?
Who was in attendance? My mom and dad and her mom. And
what about your brother?
My brother wasn't there.
What, you didn't invite him?
Because it was on a Sunday.
Oh, he's busy on Sunday.
Yeah.
Where was your brother on Sunday?
He works on Monday, so it's like he's not going to take a day off.
He works on Monday, so he couldn't be there Sunday?
Where were you? Out of the country?
We were 3 hours. Like, for him to do it would be a real hassle. He's got kids and everything.
Yeah, but, I mean, he's your brother.
Have a big party, so.
Right.
That's when everybody...
So it was your parents and Allison's mom?
Right, and her sister, and that's it. Actually, her grandmother showed up.
Her grandmother, too.
Well, uninvited, though.
Yeah. They threw her out. She crashed.
Let me in.
I'm coming whether you like it or not.
Anyway, I
Fred,
realized...
I'm not coming to the party. I'll let you know right now.
Exactly. Are you having a party?
In October.
I see.
So I'm giving everybody ample notice.
Well, I'm giving you ample notice that I won't be there.
Okay, well, that's your choice.
Yeah, well, Fred is having a party at Larry Schwartz's house.
Because he does everything Jackie's way.
Anyway, first of all, Fred, it was really weird. So we get this phone call, and like, hello, this is Fred Norris. Like, I don't know who Fred Norris is.
Yeah.
And I only.
Or you wouldn't recognize the voice.
My wife said it was a very straightforward message. Fred getting
no fooling around.
No fooling around. No frivolous.
Waste your time.
Not going to waste my time, right?
Just the news, and that's it.
So anyway, I thought you didn't happen to save your message, did you, Jackie?
No, and I thought of it the minute, you hang up and you have to erase them. It's like, whoa, what'd I do that for?
Yeah, well, that was my wife. She never erases the machine. I said, where's the message? She goes, I erased it.
Did you hear it?
No, she didn't even play it for me.
Man.
I didn't even get to hear it. That's what I could do an impression of it for. This is Allison doing an impression of it.
But she's good.
She's like, hi, this is Fred Norris. So, wait a second. So then I get to thinking. I go, all right, he did the Jackie thing. He ran off and got married.
Mm-hmm.
But Fred and I go way back.
Yes.
And, I mean, you could say that in many ways, while I don't see Fred a lot socially now, because none of us see each other socially, because we're all so busy with nothing. But
we have to stay away from each other.
Right, or we kill each other. But we don't see each other all that much. But you could make an argument that to Fred, I'm family in the sense that I did a lot more for him than even his own parents.
You did.
You didn't do the ultimate. You didn't give him birth.
Right. I mean, I did everything for him but give him birth.
If he could.
I basically adopted him when I met him in Hartford, and I would have adopted him sooner. I just didn't meet him sooner. I mean, and I said to my wife, boy, this is kind of weird that Fred wouldn't even think to ask me. It is a little. It would have been. I would have been honored. I would have been honored to go watch Fred get married. I've known Fred for how long have I known you, Fred?
20 years, maybe.
20 years. Just about 20 years.
Mm-hmm. And though you belong there more than the girlfriend.
In a sense, yeah. I should be the bride standing next to Fred.
Let's do it again in a couple weeks, and you'll be on the booth.
No. I mean, it was. Did you get a call?
No.
This is the first you're hearing of it.
Yeah. So who did Fred call? Just you and Jackie?
Yeah. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Gary.
Well, there's a woman on the phone who wants to explain why Fred didn't call you.
Call me?
No, call Robin.
Oh.
Great explanation.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Yes.
I know totally why Robin is upset, and I know why Fred did not call her. Robin has been in love with Fred for years. It is so obvious. Every time she talks about him, you could, hear the hearts in her eyes.
Well, let me tell you something. You're on to something there, but I'll tell you something what I'm on to. I'm on to a different explanation.
What?
This, in keeping with the O.J. defense, Fred is a racist.
It is so obvious. It is so obvious.
I love him enough to want him to be happy regardless.
But Robin,
you're saying there's something between Fred and Robin, and it was hard for Fred to break the news to Robin?
Yes, I have been listening for years. I've been listening since I was 13.
Right.
And every time Robin refers to
What
Fred...
mental institution are you in now?
No, I'm totally not. I just can hear it in her voice. Girls know these things about each other.
Right.
Robin has referred to Fred's tight ass many times.
She does all the time.
All right, well, there it is. Maybe there's something going on that I don't know about.
I'm sorry, Robin, that I blew your cover.
So anyway, thank you for the call, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye, Howard.
Bye. So I started thinking, this is kind of weird that Fred didn't even...
not to even invite you.
I'm the guy who, I created Dial-A-Date, put you on it.
Yeah. But you're also responsible for the whole lifestyle he can offer this woman.
Yeah. It was weird. Don't you think it's a little weird? Well,
who did Fred invite would be the important question.
His parents, who, believe me, have been no help to him.
In other words, if it was a tiny little thing, you probably should have been in anyway, but I mean, are we talking 6 people?
I just think it's weird that, you weren't there, Jackie, Robin, me.
It was also in the middle of vacation, too, and we kind of decided at the last...
Can you get an annulment and redo it?
We could.
There you go.
I don't think that would even make it up for me.
Yeah, you wanted to call.
Now, I got to tell you.
Robin always loves a reason to be mad, so you're just giving her a great one.
There you
go.
Yeah,
never
Robin's
to
happy.
Speak to you again.
Robin, there's a chance you get divorced, you can still marry him.
Nope, not until then.
If Fred had invited her, she wouldn't have gone.
Of course not. I wouldn't have gone either.
I got to finish my book. I like the invitation.
Right.
I'm starting to feel stupid that I had a wedding and invited everybody because Jackie and Fred, ran off.
No, please.
No, it was nice.
No, Jackie ran off. Fred had to do what Jackie did.
You did it your way.
Hope I didn't put anybody out.
Except Tom.
So where did you get married? All the way out on Long Island?
On the East End.
On the east end of Long Island.
So it would have been like a 3-hour trip for everybody to get out there.
Well, that would have been way too much to do for you. You're right.
I think.
Yeah.
No, it really was. It was like a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Oh, really? Was it?
It was like we got out there and went,
Good thing
let's do it.
Good thing his parents were in town.
Yeah.
We called them. They made it cross on the ferry. It was great.
Really? So you mean all of a sudden you just decided?
Yeah. That's it. I mean,
what is it?
Eyewitness account from the wedding.
Who is it?
Fred's cousin Judy.
Oh, Judy was there.
Oh, Judy got to come?
Oh, so your cousin was there.
You lied to
Not
us.
my cousin. It's actually Al's cousin.
So
She's upset that she wasn't mentioned that she was at the wedding.
Jeez.
Yeah, but Fred's trying to keep that guest list down.
Yeah.
Those cousins are there.
Hey, Judy.
Yes.
I guess you're more important to Fred in his life than
How long have
I
you
am.
known Fred?
Good morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird.
How long have you known Fred?
I've known Fred, about 7 years.
Yeah?
I've known
Yes.
Fred 20, and I bet you never gave him a day's work.
No.
I bet you didn't drag him out of Hartford. Excuse me, from Springfield, from Wacky Radio.
No, Howard. No, I didn't do any. I just went to the wedding. We drove 3 hours there.
Yeah.
And 3 hours back.
Yeah.
And it was a lovely wedding.
So who else was there that Fred's not telling us about?
My husband,
Right.
Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur was there.
And not
Arthur
even a relative.
And who else?
That's it. And he told you about everybody else except us.
Right.
So we were there.
Was he married in a temple?
No, he was married on the beach.
On the beach?
Uh-huh.
What was he wearing?
Lovely.
What was Fred wearing?
He was wearing a black suit
Yeah.
with a multicolored shirt.
Any tie or?
And he looked very handsome.
Yes.
And
Was his hair pulled back?
No, his hair was
free
loose.
flowing.
And what did Allison wear?
Allison was wearing a lovely.
Don't tell me
lovely
white.
dress.
Don't tell me white, because Fred has fouled her.
It was smudged.
It was like an off-white and a very pretty lace mantilla.
Oh, mantilla. I didn't even know there was such a piece of clothing.
Lovely.
A lace mantilla.
Well, that's a headdress.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. It's like a.
It's Spanish.
Headdress.
Same thing Johnny Carson's wife wore.
She had a schmata on her head.
Schmata. Did Fred? Were they married by a rabbi?
A judge.
A judge.
Yes.
So there was no stepping on glass or anything?
Well, no, they were on the beach.
Just sand.
I figure on the beach you'd have to wear a waterproof yarmulke.
Yes.
Fred got married like Alec Baldwin.
It was
Yeah.
very, very nice.
Yeah, just like Alec Baldwin.
Were they barefoot?
No, wearing shoes.
No, they were wearing shoes.
You wearing shoes on the beach, Fred?
They were wearing shoes. Everything was very tasteful and very lovely.
Well, you know, Howard, this brings up a very important question now.
It's weird that, didn't you think it was weird that Fred didn't invite me and Robin?
Well, I don't know you and Robin.
Yeah, but I mean, you only listen every day.
No, well, Fred, I don't.
Every other day.
I mean, Howard, I don't.
Yeah, now how come you're calling now? Who was listening?
I was listening.
Oh, you were listening.
I listened to you. Yeah, I listened to you, Howard.
Oh, so you just said you didn't listen to me, but now you do listen
not
to
every
me.
day, Howard.
Oh, every other day.
You know, I have things to do.
Yeah, I like how people claim that they're not a listener of mine. Then she goes, "Well, I listen."
No, Howard. No, I would never do that.
You
there
just
are days
did.
that I listen, like today when I have time in the morning, and there are other days that I'm rushing out and about and I can't.
Yeah, the first day Fred's back after the big wedding.
Well, of course.
So knowing my relationship with Fred.
Yes.
From a listener's level,
Yes.
didn't you think it was odd that I wasn't there?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Judy.
Hey, Fred, this Yenta is now part of your family.
I'm
this
not
is
a Yenta.
You're not a Yenta. You're the top Yenta Calabenta.
I am not a Yenta
Look at you. You're
all.
calling because Fred didn't mention
It's
your
only been a
name.
week.
Allison has no Yentas in her family.
Isn't it funny how Yentas don't know they're Yentas?
I can get out of this marriage easily.
Allison does not have any Yentas in her family. None whatsoever.
And Judy, you're smoking way too much.
I don't smoke.
You sound like
No,
you
I
do.
don't smoke.
Really?
Yes, this is it. I don't smoke.
Right, that's her voice naturally?
Maybe you should take it up.
You eat glass?
Yeah.
So, this Yenta now is part of the Fred Norris family.
Now, Freddie, was there a best man? Like, was she there because she was the maid of honor, or did you not do that sort of thing?
It was like, actually, her sister was kind of her maid of honor.
Yes.
And my dad was kind of my best man.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Well, people
I mean,
who
he
were
held
there
the
had to
rank.
take different roles.
Yeah. Where Dad was the usher. He married us, and he was the best man.
And he was also the pool guy.
Yeah, and the ring girl.
And he baked the cake.
Yeah.
Multi-talented.
Did you have Cookie Puss as a wedding cake?
Matter of fact, we did.
And the witness was an octopus that came out of the ocean because they ran out of people.
Yeah, there's a tendril mark on the license.
Very funny.
Well, it was. I just wanted. It was a lovely wedding.
Oh, I'm sure it
yeah.
was, but we wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know. We weren't invited.
And we were very thrilled that we were invited.
This woman's more important to Fred than me.
Well, yes.
Yes.
I don't remember you taking Fred to the bank to open an account.
I don't remember
Had
you.
he called me, I would have.
I don't remember you taking him to get his first apartment where I had to take him around, and he had lived in my house for 5 days.
Well, Howard, you are a good person. You know him a lot longer than we do.
Yeah, well.
Had we known him that long, had he asked, we would have done it.
But
Fred,
he doesn't get to go to the wedding, don't you see?
I don't
Fred,
know.
did it ever cross your mind that maybe you wanted to invite me, or that didn't fit into the game plan?
I just really wanted to keep it real small.
So it had...
I didn't really even want to invite families. It was I got talked into it.
Oh, thank you, Fred.
No.
Judy, quite frankly, be honest. Who would want you there? Be honest.
Well, Howard, you don't know me.
I know you enough already.
No.
I'm listening to you. I know you
Why
don't.
is Fred making that sign like he's slitting his throat?
Yeah. Judy, trust me, I can size you up in 2 seconds.
Judy, we feel like we know you a lifetime.
That's right. I've only been talking to you for 2 minutes, but I know you a lifetime.
Okay, Howard.
I'm kidding with you, honey.
That's
Don't
okay.
get all uptight, huh?
No, I'm not.
These are jokes.
How old is
Just
Judy?
jokes.
I'm a grandmother, Howard.
Oh, are you really?
Yes.
Oh, you sounded like spring chicken.
Yeah, sure. I'm a grandmother.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cousin
There
Judy.
are some young grandmothers.
How's your body? Nice?
It went a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
You know what Fred told me?
No.
If he had his way at the wedding, that he would have gagged you. That's
Was
what he
there a
said.
lot of tears at the ceremony?
It was emotional.
Yeah, Fred's.
Like, what am I doing?
Were there tears at the ceremony?
Some. It was emotional.
In what sense?
They were losing Allison to Fred.
So, Alice's grandma said it's about time.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was like, and I now pronounce you man and wife.
It's about time.
What took you so long?
Right.
Cookie was, choked up, as well she should be. It's
Who was?
Allison's mom.
That's her mom.
Cookie?
Yeah,
that's her nickname.
What the hell is that all about?
I don't know.
Well, your wife's mom's name is Cookie?
Oh,
that's her
Fred, do you
nickname.
call her Cookie?
No.
What do you call her?
I call her Dorothy.
Dorothy. I'm Dorothy.
That's her name.
Will you start calling her mom?
Or will you start calling her Cookie? Cookie Buzz.
Oh, my little Cookie
I'll
Buzz.
stick with Dorothy.
Wow.
So that's it.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to call her mom? That's cool.
No, she's real cool.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I met your mother-in-law. She's nice.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Okay.
So did you cry, Judy?
No.
I would have been crying.
I was exhausted from the 3-hour drive.
Yeah, that's what I would have been crying
I was
from.
exhausted.
I would have been like, 3-hour drive.
And the hike on the beach.
You know how much gas this cost me?
And the
Alone?
hike. Howard, you're lucky. There was a hike on the beach about 1.5 miles.
No.
Through the dunes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's important. I mean, God needed to shine down on Fred and Allison.
Spot, huh?
So what'd you give Fred for a gift?
I don't know. My husband took care of that.
Oh, cash?
Yes.
How much you get from her?
You know, I don't remember.
Oh, don't lie, Fred.
No, really, you have to ask Allison that.
You don't know what they gave you? You only got 3
She
gifts.
was in charge of the envelopes.
There was only 3 envelopes.
I really don't know what was
The envelopes?
Did you have a little basket to put the 3 envelopes in?
That's it.
Judy, did you give more than 300?
I'm not saying anything on the air.
Why? You don't want people to know how cheap you were?
Exactly. Well, not cheap. No.
Did you give over $300?
How prosperous? No.
You did not.
What?
You didn't give over 300?
I don't know.
You do know.
My husband's the accountant. He takes care of all the money.
How much over 300?
I don't know. I just spend it. I don't know how much there is.
Please invite me, Fred. I give way too much at weddings.
Do you really?
Ask Gary.
Well, what?
Do you really?
Howard, you were insane at my wedding.
And Robin is too.
Yes.
Well, Fred just aged himself out of...
well, what do we do now? We got to buy gifts, right?
Not
what
me.
Do you buy?
Not me. I'm
what
not
do you
buying
buy?
anything. I wasn't
know
invited.
we got married.
Yeah. I'm not I didn't hear the answering machine message.
We have to
People I
observe
read
this
about
event.
in the paper, I don't buy gifts for.
If my machine had blown out, I wouldn't have known.
What, Jackie, did you give him a gift yet?
No, I
Did you have any
got home.
I just was curious what everyone else was going to do.
And I don't want to videotape Jackie.
All right, Howard, I have to go.
Oh, come on, Judy. Do the rest of the show with us.
No, I can't. I have.
Come on, Arnold Schwarzenegger's going to be calling
Oh,
in later.
I'm very excited. Howard, I've got to go.
All right.
All right.
Do you have any questions for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Pardon me?
Thank you. Thank you for the
Bye.
call. Bye-bye. All right.
Not again.
Well,
Not again.
Congratulations, Fred.
I'm not again.
Yes, congratulations to you and your betrothed.
Thank you.
Hope you're very happy.
Who planned the wedding? Allison, your wife?
Pretty much. She was definitely in charge.
And did she want to invite some people, but you were, like, against it or something?
I really just wanted to keep it, like...
Just you and her.
The whole thing. It started off being more of an elopement, and then she goes, I really want to invite my mom. And I go, okay, invite your mom. And then it just...
Yes, because she actually has feelings, Howard. Did you notice? She really cared and wanted to invite her mom.
Well, that's my point.
But if you're going to have an elopement, you go with an elopement.
First of all, how many friends does Fred really have? It wouldn't have been like a huge wedding. It's just me and you, really, are his friends. I don't even consider Jackie his friend.
But Jackie at least got a call.
Yeah, well, Jackie got a call because Jackie has a way of like, hey, man, nobody called me. Why do you think it was Jackie out of all the people in the world that got a call?
I don't know.
It's just because Jackie's a complainer and turns people against you. So it's like, hey, man, come on. It's not fair. Everybody else, it's not fair. He's one of those kind of guys, so that's how he gets calls.
Well, I guess I'll...
Is Jackie... And you want to know something? If Jackie wasn't a writer on this show, because I've seen this in Fred. Al Rosenberg used to be the other writer on the show. Fred doesn't call Al Rosenberg ever, but Fred would... it's like...
He would have called him that particular day.
Right.
If Al was the writer.
Why Jackie, out of everyone... I mean, me, I understand. Like, if you just called me...
Well, Jackie called us when he got married.
But don't you think if Robin had gotten married, she would call you?
My wife
I don't know. You have to ask her.
Probably not, actually. But
my wife is friends with his wife, as well as Fred and I being...
Yeah, but out of all the people to call... In other words...
Oh, I'm not a friend of Fred.
But didn't Gary invite you to his wedding?
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed because I was Allison before Allison.
That's right. You were his girlfriend.
And I was Allison before you were Allison.
That's right. We could have been on that beach.
No, I'm saying, why would you call Jackie?
Well, because
out of everyone else, if you would, either you don't, you're not going to make calls. Why Jack? I mean, Fred is not particularly close to Jackie.
They were at one time, and
but so
their
were
wives
you.
Are friends.
Yeah, but like my wife is as nice to his wife as Nancy is to his wife.
No, I think they hang out a little bit more than...
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I think
they both have those acting
we went out
careers?
4 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. When's the last time you went out with them?
I really don't know.
I think you're imagining things, Gary.
Fred and Allison used to go over there.
Let's ask Fred. Fred is here. Why shouldn't we ask him?
Yeah,
all right, let's take a vote. Who's brave enough to ask Fred?
I am.
All right, you ask him that. All right.
Fred, why did you call Jackie? Besides the fact that he called you at his wedding, was there any other reason, or was that pretty much?
Because Allison has more of a relationship with Nancy.
There it is.
Oh, I don't think that's the reason. You gave him that answer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He does not. She does not have a relationship with Nancy.
But she does.
Where does she have a relationship?
They talk on the phone quite a bit.
Well, how often? Do you know about this, Jackie?
Maybe once every.
Of course, I know about that.
Oh, you do. They do. They really speak once a week?
Not once a week.
But that has nothing to do. Like, why did you call Jackie? Why didn't Allison call Nancy?
Right.
Basically, I just figured it was my job to do it, so I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't buy the explanation.
And you see me just every day.
Right.
That's all.
I wanted to be more of a surprise.
Do you remember the party that we had when everybody came, Howard?
I am very
The party that we had when everybody came.
Your dinner party?
The dinner party. That actually started out as a dinner party, just the Norses and us.
Really? Well, all I know is, certainly out of all the people Allison knows, Nancy is not her closest friend. And there is something operating here where Fred, out of all the people, I understand why he called.
Yeah, absolutely.
But out of all the other people in Fred's universe, the guys he plays music with all the time.
How many calls did he make? I want to know.
He only made 2, he's saying. He's saying he called me.
That's it.
And he called...
Just 2 people.
Howard, just because you convince yourself that Fred and I don't like each other doesn't necessarily make
you see that, but that's Jackie's passive-aggressive right there. Just because you've convinced yourself that Fred and I don't like each other. I'm not convinced that you and Fred don't like each other.
I called Grillo.
What, did he call you?
No.
What?
The new Mrs. Norris is on the phone.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Furman Norris. Excuse me.
Furman Norris.
Is that right? It's like Sirianni Martin.
Yeah, right. Is this Allison Furman Norris?
Yes, it is.
Well, congratulations. You finally got him to the altar.
I finally got him to the beach. That's right.
Well, you're very lucky. Robin is sitting over there reeling from the news.
I know. I just want to say the reason why we called Jackie was because when Jackie and Nancy got married in Hawaii, one of the first phone calls they made was to us.
So he called everyone.
He didn't call me.
No, he didn't call me, and I didn't care.
Did you call me?
He called us from
He called you because we played the...
Oh, that's right. He needed a day off. That's right.
That's right.
Right. It was like, yeah, I got married, Howard, and I don't know if I'm going to have a job when I get back.
Oh, he took a whole week, remember?
Yeah, right.
And didn't tell anybody that he was going to do it.
I'm just going to do it. I don't know if I'll have a job when I get back. It's always a test of his job, you know.
Devil may care.
I'm getting married and I'm throwing away my career.
Yeah, and he would have loved to have gotten married and then, like, you know, taken an extra week off and then gotten fired because the rest of life would have been like, those bastards fired me, man. I'm the first one to get married. Yeah. I'm the first one to get married.
You see, Howard doesn't want anybody to get married.
Yeah. If he got married, he'd take a week.
Oh, Fred,
that's his due. Yeah.
Get back to Norris.
Half Jew. Oh, sorry. Anyway.
Robin, I'm sorry, Robin.
Oh, don't apologize.
Oh, here she goes.
I do.
No apologies necessary.
Furman Norris.
Communication accepted.
Save your breath, honey.
So tell me why you would... Oh, I'm drooling. Tell me why Fred, out of all the people in your universe, and let's face it, Jackie and Nancy aren't the closest couple to... And to say that, well, they called us when they got married, that's ridiculous. I mean, Gary invited you to his wedding.
That's right. That means nothing.
It was just a joke. I mean, that was the thing. It was just like, hey, you know, remember your phone call from Hawaii? Well, this is our phone call from the beach. That's really what it was.
Oh, since you guys had basically done essentially the same exact thing he had just done.
Well, no, they did it in Hawaii and they eloped. We just decided, we originally were
you did it on Long Island and eloped.
Right.
On the beach.
On the beach. It was really...
3,000 miles.
And then you hyphenated your name like Jackie's wife.
No hyphen.
No hyphen.
No hyphen?
I don't know.
It's one word now. Furman Norris.
No, I think it's two separate words.
Actually, yes. And
it's like Lee Harvey Oswald.
You can't be Allison Norris. You have to be Allison Furman. You must have Furman in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Why don't you become Allison Forrest? Just put the F, and Fred will have to change his name as well. Why don't you hyphenate and become a new name?
Yeah.
Norman.
Yeah, Fred should have to change his name too.
I think so.
Fred Forrest. Thermos. That should be your last name, Thermos. Forrest.
Because we understand you about as much.
Forrest.
I do have one question to ask Allison. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary.
And was there ever in the, what is it, how long you guys been together, 8 or 9 years?
7 years.
Was there ever a doubt that you would get him to the altar?
No. I think that question should be addressed to Fred.
Well, yeah, Fred claims that she's the one who didn't want to get married.
She was the holdout.
I was the holdout.
I thought that was that.
I don't blame you. Fred's weird.
I mean,
seriously, that's a
Judging by
burden.
this, he's very weird.
Fred is weird.
I'm weird too, so you know.
No, you're not.
Yeah, Howard, I thought it was that way at the beginning, and as a relationship went on, it sort of flipped.
Yeah.
What? That I started getting weird?
No.
What?
No. You will though.
I thought it was Fred who wanted to get married more at the beginning of the relationship, and then I thought it was Allison who wanted to get married more towards the end. Because I thought Fred wanted to get married pretty early on. Was the impression I got?
I don't get any impression.
Who talks to him? Who would know?
Who knows?
They've been toying with this idea for quite some time.
Yeah.
Really? Who would know?
Well, we finally did it. We figured, you know, why not, right?
Well, it's a very joyous occasion.
I just can't figure out why Jackie got a call. I understand why I got a call.
Right. Well, because we both felt that, you know, I mean, if it wasn't for you, I mean, the two of us wouldn't be together, Howard.
Exactly.
Right.
That I understand.
Right. And we
Which is why I don't understand why I wasn't the best man.
Because we don't want to put you out on this. I mean, seriously.
Well, by the way, I appreciate that.
Would you have come? I mean, would you have come 3 hours on a Sunday?
Yes.
At 80 degrees?
Yes.
You would have?
Yes, of course I would have.
Strictly for the material, he'd have been.
Yeah, I would have been there with belts on. just to go there. Of course I would have been there.
Well, we do have
if Fred invited Fred, I know for 20 years, I've worked side by side for 20 years. You're going to say, would I be at his wedding? Of course I would be at his wedding.
Only because, you know, we really just didn't want to put it... that's the honest truth, I swear to you. We just figured that everybody was on vacation and, you know...
Silly. Vacation. You should have seen what I was doing. It was no vacation. I would have liked a trip out to the Long Island. Would you have paid my gas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, then I would have been there.
I would have flown you out there.
Well, listen. Of course I would have been there. That's absurd to ask me that question.
Only because, you know, we just didn't want to put you out. That's really what it was.
Well, that's very considerate. Thank you.
Well,
anyway, congratulations to Fred Furman Norris and his wife, Allison Furman Norris.
Allison Fred Furman Norris.
Right. And there they are, the happy married couple, and I suppose children will be soon. If Fred is fertile. if Fred can mate with a human.
If he's compatible.
If Fred is compatible. Fred, are you happier now that you're married?
And not only that, girls are looking at me more now that I'm married.
Really?
It's amazing. You know, you put that ring on, and it's unbelievable. It's
really?
like a magnet.
Well, who was looking? I know Robin's looking.
No, we were in a store.
She's shooting you daggers.
And she was totally ignoring my wife. She was like just talking to me and going,
really?
Like, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Fred, you do look more handsome now that you're married.
He looks relaxed.
Yeah, he is more relaxed.
Oh, 2 weeks on the beach.
There you go.
Totally. Okay. Well, thanks.
Well, congratulations to you. And
I wish I could say the same.
What? Congratulations? Oh,
okay.
All right. Thank you, Alice.
Bye.
Well, there she is. From Dial-A-Date to Mrs. Fred Norris.
There you go.
Hey, who says Dial-A-Date isn't successful?
I promise you, if there's a divorce, you're all invited.
Oh, there will be one if I get one.
You know,
let's remember that.
The most bizarre thing is in the entire history of Dial-A-Date, if I'm not mistaken, this is like the only wedding, or maybe the second wedding, right?
Oh, no. This is maybe the third or fourth.
Really?
Who knows? I think I keep track of statistics? That's your job. All right, we got to take a short break. Then I will take phone calls so that we can be welcomed back properly. We got a bunch of faxes about Fred's marriage. I should. This one says that if my wife, he says, do not give up on that answering machine message. Call your wife and have her take the tape out now. Just because your dopey wife hit the delete button doesn't mean that the message is gone. Unless you got a phone call that actually overwrote the message, it is still on the tape. And Scott, if he is any type of an engineer at all, should be able to get it off.
Oh. You think that's possible?
I don't know. It's like people calling my wife dopey.
No,
someone's going to call.
Nice.
You know why I'm mad at Fred for getting married like this? He denied me the pleasure of a bachelor party. Bastard.
Yeah, you could have had a lot of fun even for the air, but Fred doesn't think about the show.
Forget the air. I'm talking about a real bachelor party.
But you always clue me in on what happened to those things afterwards, because they're always wild.
Well, I will be going to a strip club Friday night for Fred's bachelor party. Whether Fred is there or not is really irrelevant. I'll tell you that.
It's a bachelor party after the fact.
I'm going to a bachelor party. If anyone wants to join me, meaning Billy, Jackie, Fred, if anyone wants to join me, feel free.
You're going to celebrate regardless.
Yes.
Fred deserves a bachelor party, and you're going to throw him one, being his best friend.
Yeah. My wife is having some friends in from out of town. She'll be more than happy if I'm out of the house.
Is that right?
That's right. I'm going to a strip club Friday night.
All right.
In Jersey.
Because they have the best?
No, because that's as far away from my house as I can possibly get.
And still make it back.
You guys want to be there?
Jersey's not the place. A lot of the counties in Jersey, they can't get naked, I don't think.
All right, well, I'll find a place. I'll throw the party. You in?
Well, I'll follow everybody's lead.
Okay.
I'm in.
Sounds like it. You in?
Yeah.
All right. Something disturbing about seeing, now that Billy's sort of part of the show, something very disturbing about seeing Billy sitting in a room with his shirt off, all his blubber hanging over. I don't know.
What a build.
What a build.
I'm working on it.
What a
Wait a
build.
minute, I heard that Billy was trying to get in shape. Aren't you working out now?
Yeah.
Gee, could have fooled me.
Yeah, no, I'm working on it.
All right, let's see. Stand up. Oh, big difference.
It's better than what?
No, yeah, you look good. You look good.
You cut off your legs.
Yeah.
Good luck. So I'm going to throw a bachelor party for some guys, whether Fred is there or not.
All right.
Screw him.
Well, yeah, you still like Fred. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Ask him.
Oh, I got the phone call. What, if Fred wants to go to the bachelor party?
He ran away.
Well, he doesn't want to leave his lovely bride now.
Yeah, they have to be together.
He refuses to tell us where he's registered.
I know. It's on Mars. I can tell you that much, but I'm sworn to secrecy.
Maybe the Mars one.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't get there. Basically what it is.
So it says, screw Fred, we want OJ. This one says, Dear Howard, I've been listening for many years, and I'm surprised at how you can be surprised at anything Fred does.
That's funny.
This certainly includes him giving you advance notice of his unholy union with his Allison. He's a creep for not inviting you and the people he's worked with for so many years. Sign me, I hate Fred.
I wrote that one.
I know.
Howard, please don't be upset about Fred's getting married the way he did. The reason it was spur of the moment is because of all the hype this month about the 25th anniversary of the landing on the moon. And
you hit it.
And talk about space travel. Fred became nostalgic for home.
That's it.
See? All right. Well, maybe
They make good sense.
Oh, geez.